Hello, beautiful souls. This is Shamama Hunting Owl. And I just decided to pop in. It's like, I don't know, 4 something in the morning. And I am laying in my bed all dark and comfy cozy next to Journey. And I couldn't sleep, and there was nothing on YouTube I wanted to listen to or watch. And I tried to not really get on to social media too much in the middle of the night because then I can't go back to sleep, but you know how that goes. So I decided to come on and have a little chit chat with you guys. Oh, from the comfy coziness of my bed. So, so can you believe it, you guys? It is February already. What is it? I think, I think it's the 4th, maybe. And, wow, we are already a month into 2022. We have survived our first Mercury retrograde. It is officially turning station and going direct. So that is thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Thank you, Universe. We also just came out of the Venus retrograde cycle. And, we always have the post-shadow period. So, don't expect things to necessarily clear up or move forward right away. For some of you, it will. For others, it may drag on. For those of you who are on my Patreon, I posted a video yesterday reading for you guys. And, dude, I was so pissed because I got it all recorded. I got it all processed. I was just getting ready to post it, and I listened to it, and lo and behold, the recording that I had made, that I had put with the video that I had put together for you guys, kind of like what I'm doing here, the picture of the cards and stuff, the fucking audio it wasn't the audio that I had just recorded. It was an audio from like 3 weeks before. And I was so glad I caught it right before I posted it. But then I was like, oh, fuck. But then where's the audio I just made? And, thank you, Mercury retrograde, for fucking with my electronics again. Seems like that's just going to be a constant place for me for a little while right now. But I couldn't find the audio that went along with the video that I made, and I was so frustrated, and lo and behold, it had disappeared, and then I had gone through a bunch of files, and I found it, and my recording program that I use actually just renamed the file all by itself, gave it a different name than I had given it, and I guess there must have already been a file with that name that I didn't realize, and instead of asking me, hey, do you want to call it something else? It just gave it its own name. So when I went to put everything together, long story short, I found it. I got it up. For those of you who are on Patreon or don't know about my Patreon, I post readings there for you guys. I kind of decided about a month ago, since all my technology's been kind of screwy, excuse me, I'm going to start doing my card readings on Patreon for you guys. And I'm going to just drop messages here for YouTube for you guys and just kind of what's going on in the energies and doing quick check-ins. So if you guys aren't on my Patreon, the tiers are super low, you guys. It's from $1 up. For $3 a month, you get all the videos I do. You get to ask me some monthly questions for $5 a month for yourself, so you get a personal reading, stuff like that. So check it out. The information is below in the box about my Patreon. Anyway, point is, so I made this video for Patreon yesterday. It was all fucked up, but I got it right. And y'all, I hope you enjoyed the reading. But again, this retrograde, what is retrograde all about? Other than just disrupting our electronics and communication, about rewinding, revisiting. And I definitely got hit during this retrograde period with ghosts from the past. I literally was in the store, the grocery store. It seems that I always tend to meet people from my past at Publix. That's our local grocery store here. And funny enough, they had opened a new grocery store by my house, which is actually closer than the one I used to go to. And it's beautiful and it's nice and it's clean. And I was super excited and like, yay, that's going to be my new shopping center. And I go there and turn the fuck around and I hear somebody calling my name and holy shit, if it's not my ex from fucking 9 years ago. And surprise! Thank you, Mercury retrograde. Anyway, but it was wild, it was crazy, and just very interesting dynamics and you know, how sitting with myself after that experience and just seeing the growth. God, the growth that I have made in the last 9 years. And, you know, 9 years ago, 2012 was when I really woke up to everything. And that's when my divine counterpart had first contacted me. And so it was very, very weird having this experience, you know, all these years later. And actually it was, 2012, and now it's 2022. So that's like 10 years, actually. Oh my God. Time flies when you're having fun, guys, right? Anyway, but yeah, it was amazing to witness my own progress and growth and wholeness in seeing this person and dealing with what came up was just very interesting for me. And that's how this whole retrograde cycle has been. There's been just a lot of people coming in, even just new people. And oddly enough, yes, they are new people, new vessels, but that same energy of those old people from my life. And so I felt very tested during this period, like very much on heightened alert. My intuition was sort of just like discernment was the key word for me for the last month. I really had to, you know, yes, give people a chance because, you know, people don't, you know, first impressions, people don't always come off on their best when they meet people for the first time. You know, they're real and you got to sort through what's, you know, true and honest. And oh my God, it's amazing, right? There's just so much involved when you, at this point in your journey, when you allow new people into your world, or at least when I allow new people into my world. I really just, you know, I'm very open and all in and very excited about meeting new people. And for me, I get, you know, I do get caught up. I see a lot in that excitement of just expanding, you know, and having the opportunity to have new experiences. So for me, I get real excited when new people come in and I get kind of airy-fairy and I get a little ungrounded and I found this retro period, with all these people that were coming in and around, I was much more grounded. And even though I got a little excited and airy-fairy, my discernment was like right on. And I, you know, allowed the experiences to unfold and over the course of those periods and interacting with people. And yeah, I did find that it was a lot of testing. And, you know, do we like to say testing? Do we want to call it an assessment? Do we want to call it whatever we want to call it? I needed to prove to myself that I had grown, that I had learned, and I did. And I was really proud of myself for how well I was able to actually verbalize, and openly express my truth and my boundaries and the areas that I was feeling that these new experiences weren't vibrating with me, and realize that I, could effectively end and move forward and say, hey, thanks, it was nice to start to get to know ya, but I'll be seeing ya around because you are that same energy in another body, and thank you, universe, pass the test, next please. I have learned these lessons, and they are lessons that I do not choose to repeat. Most of the time, my lessons in discernment are about investing my energy and having people equally invest in me, and valuing what I bring to the table. And so for me, that was a huge thing for this time period, is that, I will give you my energy and my time. I will love to do that, and I want to learn about you and know about you, but this shit better be equally balanced, right? And that's what February is all about: balance, harmony, union. And I found that I have come into a more fuller, complete union with myself, that I have been able to truly master elements of who I am. And does that mean that I am fucking healed? Dude, we're as healed as we can be in any given moment, right? Our egos never fully die. We tame them, we teach them, we help them grow. But is it still there? Yeah. Does it still creep up and, sometimes try to get a little out of control? Of course it does. But am I aware of it? Yes. Do I have a good internal dialogue going on? Yes. Can I see through my own bullshit? Oh my God, yes. Can I see when that shadowy ego comes up and I feel like my wounds are crying to be seen and heard, and that little old manipulative energy starts to come up, and I go, what is this? Why am I feeling this way? And I realize that an old wound has been opened up, but I don't react, and I sit with it, right? And so that's what this cycle has really been, is about sitting with the things you've learned and experiencing yourself and the beauty of your own growth. And that's what we're here for, is to grow and expand and I want to say become better people, but it's not really becoming a better person, it's becoming who you were meant to be all along, who you were before the programming came in and took over. And so we come back to this place of being allowed to be who we are and to meet people where they're at. And that doesn't mean necessarily like be tit for tat and treat people the way they treat you, but it's about honoring yourself and your boundaries and the growth that you've made and the things that you want for your own life and moving in that direction. It's not about staying stuck to old ways of being and doing and making the same fucking mistakes over and over again and not learning and not understanding why you're not getting ahead, why you're still stagnant. And so yay us, right? Yay for us for taking these challenges on, head on, facing our own bullshit and growing. And because this shit isn't easy, you guys, and that. Facing our shadows, facing our darkness, having the fucking balls to really be vulnerable with people and say what we feel with the most loving, compassionate way, and not hurting them, but also not hurting ourselves. Like, this whole journey, man, is just the wildest fucking experience ever. And so I come back to where we are now, and we're in February, and like I said, February, the twos, all the twos are about union, balance, karmic retribution, justice, the scales of justice, and being allowed to see where injustice has been done, and now moving forward with the fairness that the universe is delivering, right? This month is all about coming to terms with balance. Things that have been unjust being justified and being brought back into a semblance of order, truth being restored. And so I see this grand Ace of Swords being delivered to us, you guys, and it's beautiful. And it's giving us permission to grow a set of balls and be in that power of truth and expression and freedom to express ourselves and be who we are. And it's not done in a cold and calculated way. It's done always from a place of love. Love for ourselves, love for what we're here to do. And with this comes, and I come back to our expression, into our journey, for those of us who are here as part of the Twin Flame journey. This is a beautiful balancing, and there is going to be a lot of forward communication coming, because that retrograde cycle has now allowed communication to come back into order. We are being moved forward. Truths that have been discovered during these retrograde periods, the communication will now be freed to be expressed. And so for some of you, there will be, this is a union window. And there will be communication coming forward from your divine counterparts, from the divine masculine. This is not, and I am going to repeat, this is not a time for the divine feminine to be reaching out. This is a time for the masculines to have come into their truth of their karmic situations and experiences and speak their truth. And for many of you, this will be a reopening of communication. Definitely through this retrograde period, there has been an exceptional opening of the 5D communications. The telepathic communications between the masculine and the feminine have been off the charts. The dream space. I have heard my masculine's voice in my head talking to me, full conversations of things that he has needed to express or say. Yet, of course, the 3D space has been completely silent and almost in a creepy, like eerie sort of way. And I can hear the dum dum dum, like that organ like music that they play in like movies. Like there's this impending energy of anticipation in this weird eerie silence, 3D silence. But yeah, so for those of you on this twin flame journey who have been in a period of, and I'm talking a period of, I'm not talking like a week or a couple days of no communication or a month. I'm talking no communication for a year, years. Like, this is going to be like an out of the blue. For some of you, I'm even seeing like a drunken text or a drunken, quote unquote, butt dial or something, that is going to come in for you guys. And so I want to say, in that anticipatory energy, like, we can feel it. Stay calm, stay cool, stay collected. Like, there is nothing for the divine feminine to get, like, I'm hearing the word, like, wigged out about, freaked out about. Like, this is all cool, and this wouldn't be coming to you. You would not be receiving this communication, divine feminine, when it comes in, if you weren't ready, if you weren't at your peak place to be ready to either be tested or assessed or a new door to be opening for you. And for those divine masculines who are in this impending energy of, do I, don't I, do I, don't I, do I, don't I, am I ready, am I not? Follow your heart. You're being guided for a reason. Stop questioning yourselves. Jesus Christ. Get out of your fucking heads. The masculine is so logical, so fucking logical and practical. And you guys, the masculine energy, and I'm not just talking about the masculine vessel, the person, but the masculine energy just fucking overthinks and gets in the place of needing and wanting their experiences to be like, to tick all the boxes, like everything's got to be just right. No, everything doesn't need to be just right. You just got to do what you do. You got to share yourself. You got to be vulnerable, you guys. And you ladies that are the divine masculine, right? Be vulnerable. Trust what the universe is guiding you to do. You're ready. You're ready to grow and learn and have new experiences and activations. So allow it to flow. Follow the signs and the synchronicities. That's what they're there for. So yeah. Anyway, so we're also finding that this, Mercury retrograde, right before retrograde started, a lot of you had, and that was right at the beginning of the year, right? Like right at the beginning, opportunities, new business opportunities, new things like that you were getting downloads for. And, retrograde is not always the time and the space to start something fully new, or to sign any new contracts or make any rush decisions. But a lot of you have felt this desire to begin producing and creating new content. And so for some of you, you got started on that before the retrograde period started, like I did. And I have been super excited that I have been working on some very exciting new projects for you guys. And I'll, clue you in on those as they come closer to being, ready to release. Over the next maybe month or two. But yeah, so it's also a time of being allowed. The feminine is really being allowed to explore her expansive creativity. And so it's time for new projects to start to be created. And so those of you who may have not gotten off at the very beginning of the year before the retrograde cycle started, you will now be free to jump. Like, I'm literally seeing to jump right into those new opportunities. And there are going to be quite a few. That's the interesting part. And that's what I'm seeing for myself. For those of you who know, I got my new Oracle deck was just released. And I just put it out. And got it in, and the copies are beautiful. And for those of you who want to purchase it, you can go over to my Etsy shop. This is my second oracle deck that I have created. This one is called the Love Ain't All Rainbows and Unicorns Oracle. So it is a relationship oracle for sure. And it is also LGBTQ inclusive, not exclusive, but inclusive. So you guys can check that out at my Etsy shop. That information is also in the box below. And it's super fun, and I love working with it. So I've been working on that project, and I finally have that done. And like I said, I'm working on some other really cool projects for you guys. So it's been a real time of creativity. And back, I think it was, oh God, I don't even remember because time is going so fast, but there's also been a lot, and with this creativity, back, I don't know if it was a month ago or maybe it was longer than that, and it may have even been on Patreon. I don't know if I talked to you guys even about it. I had talked about the feminine having this sacral chakra breakthrough where this chastity belt, this vow of chastity that the feminine had taken to her twin flame journey was being released. This belt was being broken off and taken off and unlocked. And in that, the divine feminine fire to her sacral chakra, not just her sexuality, but her creativity, because that's what we hold in our sacral chakra. This is about creation. This is about inception, conception. It's where we give birth to everything we create and do and give passion to. So that was unleashed back, I want to say it was like the end of December. And so we've had this fire, many of us, reignited. And that is what's allowing our creative expression to come through, as well as our sexuality being really brought back online. Yes, there is this horniness, and damn, it's there. And so if you're not using it in a sexual outlet way, you are using it in a creative way to begin to create content, material, whatever it is for that which your mission is. So I love that, you guys. So again, just coming back to the rest of this month, what we are going through, what we are experiencing, it's all about union and harmony and balance. So allow yourself to be in this place. Allow yourself, divine feminine, to flow. Our sacral chakra is water energy. Although there's all fire, I believe it's the water element that controls our sacral, in addition to that fire. So I want you guys to be in that flow. Allow the fire to burn, to just do what it does. Allow the water to flow and trust in it. Trust in what you are experiencing. The little voices. Listen to your self-talk. Really get into your internal dialogue and the way you are speaking to yourself, and the way if you are listening to what you're really, those underlying messages in that self-talk, tracing that self-talk back to our wounds, to the things that may still not be healed in us, and moving forward toward our mission, toward our destiny. This is not about getting to the final destination. This is about the journey there. And it is a beautiful journey, and as difficult and as painful, and as many tears that have flowed for us all, the rivers and oceans of tears, you guys. Oh my God, the love and the power and the joy that comes out of it all is so worth it. So you guys, I am sending you all so much love and light. Gratitude and blessings always, you guys, for being here with me, for sharing this very personal time and space, for climbing in bed with me, and for having some pillow talk. Thank you guys for being here, and I will see you really soon. I love you guys. Mwah. Have a great day. Bye-bye.